There we go. So today's topic is stop hiding and refine your danger. Hello. Today's topic is stop hiding and refine your danger. My name is Naima. This is Womanhood. I live stream here typically Monday through Thursdays at 12 p.m. Pacific here on TikTok and on YouTube. For this week, I am here today and I will be here at 12 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. For the rest of the week, it's going to be sporadic as I'm traveling and doing other things. So, hello. Good. I'm glad I did it for you, Synchronicity. So, again, today's topic is stop hiding and refine your danger. And I'm going to be talking more and more about this. However, for this week, I really want to work behind the scenes with those of you who are ready to stop hiding, refine your danger, and play big in the way that you are meant to play big. And I'm really excited. Thank you for sharing the live, Arlene. Give me a shout out in the comments if you are here because of that viral video about being a big one. Say hey to me in the comments. Thank you for liking the live. If you already know you love the value here, or you've been here on a regular, or you just feel it, please go ahead and share the live stream, or also do the whole liking thing to help it. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. My name is Naima. I'm the founder of the Academy for Womanhood. And I'm going to talk a bit about the exceptionalism of you. Thank you for sharing, Sarah. Thank you for sharing, Synchronicity. Arlene, thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking the lives, everybody. Thank you for liking Opal. Wow. Life gives you what you demand of it. Make no mistake, life gives you what you demand of it. So, like many of you, I've always been different. Like I've gotten so many DMs and emails and people filling out the lead form who's like at birth. I've been this since birth, and this is who I'm really talking to. And really lean in here. And I have so much to share with you. And I'm talking to the you that knows. I'm talking to the you that knows. I've been so encouraged by the comments. Before I go further, let me just say I'm the founder of the Academy for Womanhood, where we help women grow up and become unapologetic women who design their lives on true desires terms. And while ultimately I am here to serve the collective and be a part of the transformation of the uh, collective psychologically and in their being, so psychologically and physiologically, there's a real deep seed in me that's here to serve the big ones that responded to that viral video. And apparently it was now time, because that's not a new video. That video, I can't remember what was it, January or December of last year that video was first published, and it was just, redone. So there's some rules around here. If you want to play, if you want to engage, first of all, I don't respond to people who don't have a profile photo. This is social media. Have a profile photo of your face. Okay, so that's the one thing. I don't respond to profiles where there's no photo. So if you ask a question, I will ignore it. If you say something, I will ignore it. Sometimes I like trolls. So if you are a troll and you like to play, come on, maybe I'll be in the mood. Maybe you'll say something I like, or that I can use as a teaching moment, or that makes it interesting. Um, and so that's that. And I love to engage here. So you have a question about something I'm saying, go ahead and share it. Hey, Genesis, if you have something you want to ask, something you want to say, bring it. I'd love it. So I'm broadcasting here on TikTok as well as YouTube simultaneously. If you ever want some more longer form content, you can go up to my bio on TikTok and there's a YouTube icon, and that'll bring you over here to my YouTube so you can binge watch. I've been online serving women around the world for 12 years, you all, before content creator and TikTok and all the things. I've been here creating content, serving. It's been a while, and it's in me. It's who I am. It's not a trend for me. And so I like to share a little bit about, for those of you who are new here, even if you've been here, because even I am just like, wow. I'm glad I popped up on your For You page as well, Miss Gina Love. Um, I too, with all the power that I am and all that I know, I too am so like, wow, that I have yet to meet a woman who has been called and has followed the threads of her call, has been obedient to her call long enough. Because some people get obedient, then they get thrown around and hit, punched in the neck by life and just, and then because they get brutalized and whatever is the story, they quit. They go into hiding. They disappear. They go hide behind a man. They choose a smaller path. They go into forgetfulness. And for those of us who truly are called, I keep saying that because a lot of people just want to feel important. A lot of people just read some spirituality books and, they like it. It give them a little tingle, it give them some meaning in their life. But then there's those of us who truly are sick. Like many of us have killed ourselves. You're not never gonna hear their stories. Okay, you're not never gonna hear those people's stories unless somebody close to them tells the story. Okay, there's plenty of us who are rotting. We are rotting. We are rotting in the myriad of ways that we are rotting around the world. Many of us are resentful. We're deeply, deeply angry. We are in high amnesia. And when you truly have the seed, that's why what I've been so encouraged by in the comments on this viral video is I can tell the people who is really in them. And no matter how much life has beat them up, there's a thread of them that still holds on to it. Because when it's really you, to give up is a true deterioration of self. Like, because you're literally giving up on you. So there's a way where you die, you're just in your body. You're like you're not there. You ever look at somebody and you're like, they're not there. They're not there, you know? And so I've been so encouraged to just see that the video was restorative for so people. It fortified so many people. Thank you for sharing the live, Den. Um, and just the message, the heartfelt messages, the gratitude, the everything that came. So I want to share a bit about how I got here and just what so much has happened over the last maybe 3 months, right? I could say longer, but over the 3 months that has strengthened my patience. And also, had me enforce and stop being patient around certain things. Has had me, at a heart level because, and how important it is what I'm doing and why I'm offering what I'm offering this week. Uh, in 2017, I was looking for me. What I mean is, I was looking for a woman in the world who was walking in true power, a melanin dominant woman who was walking in true power. When I say true power, I mean a woman who was very much in touch with the danger of her. So, meaning she was in touch with the sexuality of her, she was in touch with the dynamic thinking, like true dynamic thinking. That's you were born with this. This is not something you practice. This is not something like learn through reading a book, etc. It's really you. Uh, and for those of you who you know who you are, right? You are one of the ones that I talked to in that viral video. Um, the world is so constructed to be blind to people like us. The world is so constructed to attack people like us. The world is so constructed to disrespect and, you know, call the devil people like us. Okay. And it is so programmed. Dominant consciousness is so programmed, thickly programmed to anything that allows the system at large to stay intact. Okay. So we all sort of know how life is supposed to look, right? And we know that because it's encoded into the fabric of dominant reality, right? You're born, you go to school, college, you get married, you have kids, you become grandparents, and you die. Like that's the typical trajectory. And that's only the typical trajectory because it's been programmed that way. Now, I'm not. I don't need to get further into that. Y'all know what I mean. I just want to lay that down to take us further in this conversation. And so, for those of us who are, uh, this could get so long. We are so many ways to say it. And that's not even. We are the truth that is. Before we apply all the impositions of the code, pardon, wow, uh, I'm, this is actually how it comes out. It actually comes out like this, and I'm shifting it to say it in a more, what I think is a more human and simplified way. Uh, our natural system is the right way. Our natural system is the right way. However, because of all the coding about who humans are supposed to be, okay, everybody else's response to us is that we're the problem, we're the devil, we're the too much, we're the right. But if we were to get married, like if we were to cooperate with the system, then we would be good people. We would be right. We would be great contributors to society. Yeah, you understand? Okay. Now, when you don't have a mission, that's fine, right? You can, because there are plenty of us who have abandoned ourselves and have chosen another path. Plenty of us, okay? Plenty, right? Could be you or you know somebody. We have abandoned ourselves and we have chosen what feels safer, what seems fill in the blank for whatever it does for you. You get to hide behind it. You're exhausted, so you get to hang out, whatever, right? However, for those of you who have a calling, you have DM'd me, you have filled out the lead form, you have emailed the company, right? For those of you who have a calling, that doesn't work for you. Like, I was married once upon a time. Marriage is actually a very easy thing to do if you want to be there, right? You just make the decision that you're going to stay and you'll work it out no matter what happens, right? Plenty of people do it all the time. Thank you for following, Sunshine. And our systems, the system that makes you dangerous, the part of you that knows, the part of you that doesn't need to be marketed to, the part of you that doesn't need to be told and you still know, the part of you that sees, you can, like, you see, you can just see through everything. You can see. You see purity, you see lies, even little ones. Like, that is considered devil behavior. That is considered who what? So then the system, and when I say the system, I mean all the people who are hooked into the system and their feeling of safety and significance is tied to them being hooked into the system, like the Matrix talks about, right? Like the people who are in the system will defend it with all their might because their meaning in life, their stability is in life is based on them being hooked into the system. So to them, you are the devil. You are the enemy. You are the confronter. You are the destabilizer. You are the problem. Okay. Now, these are all good things. The issue is we don't have the skill of how to deal with the turbulence of being out here in the world as the devil, as confronters, being unlike everything else. And a couple things are going on here. One, you forgot why you're even here. You forgot. Like you've so far removed from why are you even breathing? Why are you breathing? Literally. Why are you breathing? Why is oxygen running through your body? Why aren't you dead? So first of all, you forgot why you're even here. Okay? And if you really want to go, Go. Who here really wants to go? Tell me in the comments. Who here really wants to go? Like you want to die, seriously. Not like I'm in so much pain, I'm tired, I just want to sleep for a month, right? Because sometimes that can feel like you want to die, but really you just want to sleep deep. For who really wants to die today? Sincerely, tell me. Somebody said me. You can stop your heartbeat. If you genuinely want to know how to stop your heartbeat, DM me. If you genuinely want to know how to stop your heartbeat, DM me. Somebody said, hell no, I love my spiritual process. Sunshine said, I want to live for a long time. Double said, I like them disliking me because it gives me time to learn hard subjects. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay. So before I go further, here's what's going on. Okay. What I'm getting ready to say is specifically for those of you who know that you are meant to be visible out in the world. Some of you feel called to hide. And I sent out an email over the weekend to my email community. If your spirit guides have literally told you to hide, and you're clear about that, they've told you to hide, they've told you to be invisible, be quiet, do that, obviously. For those of you who are called to be on the world stage, you're called to be seen, you're called to serve the masses. What I'm getting ready to say is for you, okay? That's who I want to work with. That's who I'm here to work with, okay? Wow, we are so powerful. It's astounding how powerful we are. The stuff we love to see in the movies to remind us of who we actually can be that. That's not like, oh, that's a movie, but here in real life, it's something else. Do you guys recognize that? So, what I mean by that is what you saw in the Matrix, you actually could do. Now, yes, there is grand commitment. I mean, it's a whole other level of play. Like when you truly are looking to become the you that, for those of you who messaged me and all that, at birth you were this and you disconnected over time, who you have sex with matters. When you're not dealing in full power, you don't have to have sex with your likeness. You can have sex with, I mean, like you could just go get a husband, you can go get a good man. You could, right? It doesn't matter in a way that is meaningful to your, it doesn't matter. It matters. It just doesn't matter at the level that it matters the more you start playing in power, which is why I often say most people don't want power. They want little fractions of it to sort of play the game that's interesting to them at the level that they're available to play at. But when you're sincere about full power, who you have sex with drastically matters the higher you go in power. The words that emit, the thoughts that are going through your head, everything starts to matter significantly. Lack of drinking water, lack of taking care of your body, it all starts to matter in a huge way. So most of you watching me now don't want real power. You just want to not feel so much like shit. Maybe you want to make a little more money. I'm talking to those of you who know you're meant to play big on the world stage and you're ready to starting this week. Raise your hand. I expect that won't be many of you. Raise your hand if you are clear that you're meant to serve the masses. We have 84 people here now on TikTok. You're meant to serve the masses. You're meant to command big attention online. You're meant to make lots of money because the money is the evidence of your impact and you being in integrity with who you are and serving others truly. You're ready to work. You're ready to put out content refining your danger. You're ready to stop hiding and you're ready to invest money to do so. Okay? I'm only doing this week I've been very moved by what has happened with this viral video. By the way, YouTube, hello. There's a video that I put up on TikTok on Friday. It went viral in 24 hours. Last time I checked, it had over 250,000 views. It had 100,000 views in 24 hours, and just, I mean, that thing is just going and going and going. I feel like it's the masculine out there working for me. It's bringing me leads, it's bringing me money, it's bringing me followers, it's bringing me DMs. It's like the man is out there working, baby. That one piece of content. You hear me? I'm like, I need more of that. And I want to show other people, those of y'all, okay, who you want your content out there working for you too. You want one piece of content to go viral, then another piece of content to go viral. You want people DMing you, wanting to know how to work with you. They just found you. It's just incredible. Incredible. Hey, boo. Listen, we are dynamic. So here's what's up. So y'all saw me talk about shadow gold. Now, shadow gold. If you are hiding, if you are dangerous, you know you are. You know that um, you are underdeveloped emotionally, meaning you have been very upset about people. Your problem is not you. Your problem is you out in the world dealing with people who are responding to how potent you are. People responding to your purity, people who are responding to you not being locked into the system of things. Because when you're not locked into the system of things, you move very differently. Now, you acknowledge that other people are hooked into this system of things and live according to this system, but you don't. You just know that other people do. And so, shadow gold is going to help you come out of hiding and refine your danger through your pussy. Now, here. Oh, and this, I'm going to continue to talk about this through the week. And I want y'all to, whatever I'm getting ready to say that you want me to elaborate on, please tell me in the comments, because I will. In like content that goes out during this week and also here today, considering the time. You all know to some degree the way we have been trained to disregard the pussy. Yeah, right? We have been trained to disregard the pussy. We have been trained to be ashamed of arousal, right? Hello, yeah. We have been ashamed of true desire. Okay. Thank you for sharing the live. Kay, is that you, the security guard who I talked to on Friday? Do you mean like being a responsible problem solver to others? Do I mean what? Well, first of all, that sounds right, right? Because our whole being is about being responsible. Okay. Did you hang up because the intensity became too much, Kay? This is what I mean by we're underdeveloped. We don't know. I'm not even saying you're one of us, Kay. I'm saying I know plenty of us like that who we don't know how to deal with people responding to our power. We don't know how to deal with high sensation with ourselves and with other people. Like if you go out and put a piece of content up that's true, and then somebody comes into your comments and say, that's devil worship. Are you going to delete it because you're scared? If like which of you needs to have a penetrating conversation with a parent or a lover or a spouse or you know, what are you afraid of happening if you come out? So the reason why I'm bringing up the pussy and true desire, when I talk about pussy power, I'm talking about true desire. Okay. We have been stripped from that. Men have even been programmed to look like instinctively have this suspicion as it relates to the feminine and pussy and power and the usage of pussy power to produce outside of baby making. Okay, produce outside of baby making. And so it's a whole You can do whatever research you want intuitively to understand why is there this instinctive pushback against pussy power? Why is there this instinctive fear and like, what you mean like hoeing? What you mean like prostituting? And like how people don't even understand how to think and see. They don't have, and this is why so many of us we disconnect from people because it's like you are so profound. You and I are so dense with significance of life. My goodness. Right? And you can do so much, but you're unskilled in being able to access yourself and be with yourself as you're doing these powerful things in the world, as people are reacting to you, as you're reacting to yourself, as you're reacting to your own thoughts, as you're reacting to what's going on in you. Like you lack the skill. And so, what Shadow Gold helps you do is to bring, first of all, the first module helps you get into owning all energy, the energy in you that's predatory. And here's the thing, anybody can use any energy to do anything they want. It's about the intent behind it. You That's just what it is. Okay? Your intent behind it is what makes it do what it do. The energy is, and it's you and 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 your intention behind it that decides how you're wielding that. Okay? So, the problem with so many of us as women is that when our energy gets big through whatever happens, through sexual arousal, through something happens with our soul that opens up, something that happens with our heart that opens up. So many of us have been trained to be so afraid of being open to life that we don't know what to do. First of all, we don't even let ourselves get open. And then when we do get open, which is what you need to be able to wield and penetrate, and then be open to get back what you intended when you put out. Because if your true intent is to serve the masses, for those of you who raised your hands, I think I saw like 30 people raise their hands. If your true intent is to serve the masses, how do you think that's going to happen if quietly you over here like, what they thinking? And can I do this? And how that's going to work? And everything about you that's aroused, you get scared of. Something happens, you feel some evil eye energy, and then you go like that. You gonna serve the masses like that? You go, are you gonna serve the masses like that? If you on defense and alert, and so the counterintuitive approach for women is to remain open when you're terrified. I'm telling you, remain open when you're terrified. And the skill of doing that is inside of Shadow Gold. Inside of Shadow Gold. This idea that we have that women, the men are gonna come and there's a place for men. So be clear, this is not at all about we don't. I'm not one of those. I don't need a man. I'm not. I don't even know what that. But let them people do that. Men have a very important place. I just would like to bring them here for this idea of like women are. We're flowers. We are. We're also fucking everything else. Okay, we're all of it. Okay, we're all of it. Now, this weekend, while my man, my content was out there working for me, you know what I was doing this weekend? Relaxing. I washed my hair. I played with my niece. I walked around in the sun. I laid down naked for a few hours. Okay. So I don't need a man to do that. Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Okay. I mean, like the way we like to position men as if a man is not here, I cannot be soft and well, if you want to play it that way, you can. I understand how that feels like, ooh, the man is protecting me and covering me. I understand the joy and the sensation out of that. I'm saying for you to come out and remain open, because a lot of women, they're so scared of themselves, and we've been so programmed to think that We're the weaker one. Now, no, we don't have the physical strength of a man. So clearly, I'm not talking about it in that sense. I'm saying when I talk about being open, even when you're afraid, I know a lot of women's nervous system gets triggered. Okay. Your nervous system gets triggered when I talk about being open, even when you're afraid. But this is because you don't know how to be one with your pussy power. Okay. Which is true desire, which carries you in a way that a human being, any human being, including your husband, never could. Okay. Now, yes, he can be a male presence that adds to you in whatever way you want him to add to you. Yes, that's part of his value, right? Whatever agreement is in that relationship. Okay. However, and that's why I said again, I'm talking to those of you who have a calling to serve the masses, because part of what you're scared of is being open in your full feminine power and what's gonna come at you, the DMs, the ugly, the messages, the attention. I have people telling me there have been attacks on my life. People don't like me. You know how many people told me their mother and grandmother called them the devil? You know what I'm saying? So while you're like, I want to serve them, you don't know how to actually be with serving the masses. Shadow Gold is going to help you do that. It's going to help you come out here, open them goddamn legs, literally and metaphorically. Y'all need to understand, you are, what was old girl name in the Matrix? You are her. You are Neo. You are that. You're just so far removed from it. Shadow Gold is going to help you do that. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm doing for this week only. So Shadow Gold, Trinity is her name. Shadow Gold by itself is $5,000. You take it, you get to be inside of a Facebook group to ask questions every week. You get a chance of once a quarter, we meet on Zoom inside of an alchemical communion. You have access to it. And I teach you how to own all energy so you can come out here, stop hiding, and it teaches you how to refine your danger. Everything about you that's predatory, that's mean, that's dirty. For those of you who are like my dirty past, I don't want to be exposed and I'm scared of people finding that out. And like some of you know that qualifies you, but some of you are scared because you think that disqualifies you. Okay. Shadow Gold helps you to own everything you're scared of people finding out about you so that you can be free. And here's what I'm doing for this week only. So again, Shadow Gold is $5,000. If you wanted to, you could split the payment up. The 3 payment options are on the page, so you can see that right now. Here's what I'm doing for this week only. And there is a catch, so listen close. Thank you for sharing the live. For those of you who sign up this week and you either pay in full or you do the 2-part payment, meaning you pay $2,500 this week and in 30 days you pay $2,500. So for this week only, when you buy Shadow Gold and you pay in full or you do 2-part payments, I'm going to work with you privately. When I say privately, I mean in a small group for 6 months. To work with me for 6 months starts at $25,000. To work with me for 6 months starts at $25,000. When you sign up for Shadow Gold this week only, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to work with you for 6 months and refining all of the nuanced fears that come up in you, helping you to move through. Because what's going to happen is everything in you that keeps you locked down from underneath is going to rise when you say yes to this. Your ego is going to explode and your insecurities are going to explode simultaneously. That's what's going to happen. And that's what has happened to you so many times and you haven't been able to handle it. That's why so many of you have pulled back and you have run and you have gone back into hiding, and now you're afraid and you're sitting here with me on a TikTok live, knowing that you're so much more. You're wasting time at a job, you're getting all the things. So what I'm encouraging you to do, and I'm going to take some questions here and go look at comments because I've been seeing a lot of comments here. Go look at Shadow Gold right now. Look at the details, read it. Go to the link in my bio, click Shadow Gold Master Course. If you're here on YouTube, you can go to naimasingletary.com/shadow work. naimasingletary.com/shadow work. And the link will be in the description later today. Okay. Go read the details. Bring your questions here. Again, I'm going to work with you for 6 months, meaning we're going to be meeting twice a month on Zoom for 6 months to refine what about you is dangerous, looking at your message, helping you come out of hiding. You're going to be on video, refining your message, dealing with the nervousness and the fear and everything that's going to come up with you being visible in the world. And I have something I want to talk about, but before I go there, let me come over here and look at these comments. What's up, Wraith? Godiva, you could do a lot on your own. You could, what I have found is that when somebody wants something bad enough, they figure it out. That's the power of true desire. True desire, you figure it out. Hey, Starlight. What questions do you all have before I go on? If Shadow Gold is out of your budget, but you want to get started on unleashing the parts of you that you feel scared of, or just, if you really want to come out, because some of y'all don't really want to, you like hiding. If you really want to come out, heal your witch wound. Heal your witch wound. You want to get that, you get immediate access to it. Heal your witch wound. You go to the link in my bio, click it, and you'll see heal your witch wound. You're so powerful, and it is such a responsibility to actually own the power that you are. And it's such a weight. It's the best weight ever that so many of us don't want it. It's a lot. But what that also allows you to do is to do things that, first of all, I'm not going to even talk about everybody else. The thing that you have wanted to do for a long time, the thing that you feel called to do that feels way bigger than you. Like I said in that viral video, the thing that you're called to do that you don't feel qualified to do. When you refine your danger, learn how to own all energies and take everything up through your pussy as a woman and really become a walking Neo, a walking Trinity. And that to really become a walking Neo and a walking Trinity, I feel like that's way over all y'all heads right now. So I'm gonna park that right there. That's such a tall order. Many of you are in just the infancy stages, and that's okay. Okay, start there. Um, you will be able to do things. And before we start, never mind even the high and mighty, being able to handle the people, because that's where most of y'all are, being able to handle everything and everybody around you, the way your mom handles you, the way you have chosen the man that you're with, and the way you interact with him. Like, I feel like I'm going to wrap up now. Are there any questions? Want to come out and being ready to come out and invest the money to get supported to come out is two different things. All right, Kay. Because you want to, Starlight. You like it. Rain asked the question, how do you start healing your witch wound? This is how you start. What would you get in trouble for being that's true about who you are? A lot of women are just lying all the time. We just lie all the time. We do it so instinctively now. We just do it so instinctively. Somebody says something. Well, no, I don't. So here's the question. Your taboo self, meaning the you would get in trouble for, you feel like you would get in trouble for being that. People wouldn't like you if you were that. You wouldn't be feminine if you did that. Okay? That women don't do that. That's not very ladylike. Don't do that. But it's actually true to who you are. That's how you begin healing. And then you identify that, write that down. This is to answer your question. Write that down, what you're not supposed to be, what you would get in trouble for being. Write that down, then start living that in the world. You can start there. Start living that in the world. You willing to do that? It's not that you don't give a damn. If you do this, you actually give a damn a lot. A woman who takes responsibility for who she really is gives a damn a lot. Somebody who don't give a damn is drinking themselves to sleep, not bathing for days at a time, like I used to. Do you think a woman who's standing on business don't give a damn? I want y'all to think before y'all ask me questions. Yes, do you? I saw some more questions and they went away. You want to ask your question again? I'm going to say this to other people who may be thinking something similar to synchronicity, saying don't give a damn about others' opinions. Grow up. Okay. When you grow up, it won't have this sort of like fuck you energy to it. A lot of it is like little girl being like, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want. For those of you who are here to serve the masses, there's a maturity and responsibility around what you're doing. This is not some fuck you shit. I'm going to do who I want to do, be who I want to be. No, we are the rulers of society. We are restoring. Okay. Lullaby said, how do we get our motivation back? I feel so tired. Lay down until you're ready to get up. Just lay down until you're ready to get up. So I want to repeat this. If you are ready to command big attention online, you're ready to go viral, you're ready to serve people sincerely, you're ready to grow up and become unapologetic and design your life on your true calling, your true desires, make really good money, serving the people you're here to serve, I'm going to mentor and guide you for 6 months when you sign up for Shadow Gold this week. You pay in full or do the two-part pay. If you were to pay a la carte to work with me for 6 months, it would start at 25K. It could be more because I don't know what would be included in that 6 months, but it would be 25K. Here's the catch. I forgot to mention the catch. You are going to let us track your progress and you're going to come online on video with me to show people your results. That's also the catch. I want to be clear about that. So part of the deal, for those of you who say yes to what I'm offering right now, we're going to track your progress. Please get a profile photo of your face if you would like to connect here. So I'm giving that to you when you buy Shadow Gold this week by either paying in full or doing the two-part payments. Exactly, I hold you accountable. And because you want the accountability. You want to be required to check in with me and to know what exactly you're working on. What fears am I working on? What content am I creating? What do I want to say in my content? What is my calling? Getting back to remembering why you're even breathing. Why are you here? Remember, I said so many of you have been energetically laying down for so long that you forgot why you're even breathing. Why are you here? So if you have questions in me, obviously, okay, and we're starting next month. And when you sign up for Shadow Gold, it delivers to your inbox immediately. On YouTube, you can go sign up at naimasingletary.com/shadow work. naimasingletary.com/shadow work. I will make sure the link is in the description sometime later today. Any more questions? And if I didn't answer your question, could you repeat it? Because I saw questions going up, but I didn't get to read them all. You're welcome. Yes, I do have some books actually. Hold on one second. I'm going to grab them. The first book I'm recommending, I'm going to say a bit about it before I share it and give you some context about why I'm recommending this book. Thank you for the compliments. This first book I'm getting ready to share, I think is good for even those, all women really, who struggled with relationship with their mother, okay? Or whoever was the primary female guardian in your formative years. So if you are here from the other viral video of mine, that actually has over 1 million views now, about the mother wound. So if you are here because of that video, um, if you are here because, or you just have awareness that you have hated yourself, hated women. Uh, One of the things that's common for women like us is we were not liked when we were young because we are so different. And the other girls, even the boys, could see that we were different. We were bright lights. And so many of us got bullied. I was bullied in elementary, actually, in the 5th grade. I was bullied. We were not liked. We were, and some of us, our mothers didn't like us. Now, that wasn't the case for me, but I know a lot of women, their mother didn't like them. And so the pain of that is affecting her ability to come out into the world. And when you serve the masses, you need to be energetically available to serve the masses. You need to be open here. You need to be open in your womb area. You need to be open. And so many of us are so walking around with that mother wound. We're closed, and it shows in different ways the way we will be closed. We'll just hide behind things. We'll gain weight. One of the things, the trickle down effects of the recent viral video is that people started searching for what is shadow gold on TikTok. And in their search, they found another video of mine with a woman who's inside of shadow gold. You'll meet her. She's inside of the Facebook group, Gwenna, who put on weight to hide her power. So there's so many ways that we hide. And so she talked in that video. Who here saw that video of Gwenna and I when you went to go search for what is shadow gold? And she talked about, I didn't want to deal with my power. It was easier for me to just gain weight so that I wasn't attractive to men. And I realized that I put myself in this prison, but I couldn't get myself out. And she was getting anxiety whenever she would lose weight because, she put herself in that prison. And then now she had to come into ownership of the truth of all energies, which is what shadow gold helps you do. It helps you own all energies. And she had been unconscious of the fact that she was a predator. And so anyway, now that video, last time I checked, it had over 20,000 views, I think. And that video it had only had like 1,500 views. Now that thing has over 20,000 views, etc. And so it's just one of the ways that we put on weight. And so when a woman has sour relationship with the first female figure in her life, whether it was her mom, her grandmom, whoever was her guardian, there's a wound that's there, and she will hide, and that wound will sit there. And the way that hiding shows in so many ways. Weight behind a marriage. So many women have talked about, you find you a man who loves to play that provider protector role, and he's the perfect man to hide behind because he wants to do that. So you get to like curl up under there, and it is nice until it's not, right? And then you want to get out, and you're like, I didn't realize what I was doing when I did this, when I said yes to this. Now I want out, and right, like she when I talked about. And so anyway, this is a long-winded version of why I'm recommending this book. This book helps you to start to reconcile this mother wound. It's so, so good. Now, I want you to screenshot this. I'm getting ready to put it up. I want you to screenshot, okay? I'm going to show you too, YouTube. Can y'all see that? I have one more book I want to share with y'all. If you love Carl Jung or you like Carl Jung, you're going to. The husband and wife duo who wrote this are Jungian analysts. So you're going to that. Now, the second book I'm going to share with you is relates to what I talked earlier about pussy power. Okay, before I go on, I want to hear from. Hold on, let me finish this. So, society. I updated my LinkedIn profile over the weekend, and one of the things that I said in the description is everything that's happening is divine by the sheer fact that it's happening, right? Even the shit that we feel like is ridiculous and stupid, we don't like it, is wrong about humanity, right? The sheer fact that it's happening is divine, right? And at the exact same time, we as women, we know we have been off who we really are for a long time. I know men are refusing. Men are going to continue to push for the position that allows them to have things the way they want it, right? But we know, women know, right? Even when we are colluding with the male in lies, we know that we're lying, right? Ladies, like we know what's up, right? And we know, even wherever we sit, wherever we are in life, we know that we have not been who we are for a long time. And many of us have done the research, whether it's been internal or reading things, to see how we got here. Okay. Now, it's been a long time coming. You and I are here alive in 2024, right? We weren't around in the 1800s, but we know there were people who were around, right? Like, and that there were influences back then, right? And we keep going back further, further, further. And we know once upon a time, there was great reverence for the feminine, like for real. There was great reverence for the pussy. There was great reverence for feminine wiles. There was great reverence for, oh, somebody inspired me. They were like, to put into words is a disrespect. Like, I'm putting words to this, but it's so like who we are. Like, for those of you who know yourself enough, right? Right. The more we get to know ourselves, the more so many of us are like, gosh, the men I've been with do not deserve me, right? Look, so many of us have gotten to that place, right? Because you start to like see who you are, feel and know, and it's just like, and so while so many women are so single now because so many women are doing the work, they're coming to know who they are, and they're like, no man deserves me. So like, no man deserves this, right? And it's not an ego play at all. It's just the more you become aware of yourself, you're just like, right? And it's not a slight against men. It's like now they get a chance to, come into their own power in their own way. And we're grateful for the men who can see, right? They're just like, they can see the bounty and the tremendous value of a woman who knows who she is. But anyway, so this book here takes you back to the appreciation of the eternal aspect of the feminine and the sacred prostitute. That's what this takes you. So get ready to take a screenshot. Y'all ready? You're welcome. This book does a wonderful job. Mm. Uh, it's going to speak to the sweetness in you, the fullness of you, all of you. It's just, you know what I mean? You're welcome. Yeah, that's a sex matters. Yeah. I mean, like, let that be. Own that. Let that be. I got this from Amazon. Yeah, I got this from Amazon. The Glare. Oh, your name is familiar, Mia. Hi. You still around talking shit, huh? You still ain't found your purpose in life. Here's the attention you always wanted. The power you ain't been able to touch in yourself that you wish you could. Here's the attention you wanted. Mia Sykes. What's up? What's up, Mia Sykes? I'm singing your name. How do it feel? Yeah, here it go. This what you want? Here it is. Here it is. Take a picture. Do a screenshot. Share it with the world. And tell them everything you want them to know about me. Here it go. Yeah. 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 This is what, here it is. Here it is. You wish. You wish. You wish. Man, y'all better get it before you die. Y'all better get it. Y'all do plan to die, right? Make sure you don't have no regrets. What has your soul called you to do? What do you know that you know that you know? No matter how much you try to hypnotize yourself into amnesia, no matter how much you try to defend your limitations, which is what Mia been doing, defending her limitations. You've been holding on to them shits tight. Your whole pussy is linked to them things. Make sure you direct your anger appropriately. Make sure of it. That's the only way you're going to have real power. The rest of it, you're just going to be streaming it inadvertently toward other people. Yeah, see. Whatever you looking for, you're going to find it. Whatever you want to see, that's what you're going to see. Okay? So, I just shared those 2 books with y'all. I'm getting ready to, I think I'm on my way out of here. Again, when you sign up for Shadow Gold, I want to talk to you today too. You sign up today, I want to talk to you today. Or even if you sign up this week before Friday, I want to talk to you. Okay? We're going to have a conversation. This is unusual work. This really is unusual. When I say it's unusual, most women are never going to come into their full power. Most women are going to be like Mia. Mia has been like in my comment section for like, I don't know, how long has it been, Mia? 5 years? Just talking shit. That's how you'll be on the inside when you get your real power and find your calling. You're going to be hounding other people's comments, talking shit 7 years from now, 5 years from now. You're going to be mad at yourself, but you're going to direct it outward towards other people. Or you're going to get fat as fuck and you're going to be obese and you're going to be on all kind of medications. Your pussy going to dry up. Your money going to dry up. You're going to be wrinkled and tired and haggard. And you're going to be looking like somebody's grandmother. That's how you're going to be. Okay? So if Shadow Gold is out of your price range, sign up for Heal Your Witch Wound. Who here has already read Heal Your Witch Wound? Who already is aware of Heal Your Witch Wound? You either have questions about it or you're signing up today or what's up? Now's the time to ask questions. Otherwise, I'm on my way out of here. Uh-oh, hold on. Heal Your Witch Wound is at the link in my bio for those of you who just got here. You go to the link in my bio, click it, and Heal Your Witch Wound is an option. Heal Your Witch Wound is going to help you own your sexual self so you can stop being afraid of who you really are, who you know you are. So you don't end up like Mia, mad and directing your energy outward when you need to be directing it towards yourself. Heal Your Witch Wound is my digital product, Change is Freedom. It's not something you find at your library. Last call for questions. Shadow Gold is a primal digital video program of mine that's going to help you stop hiding, refine your danger, and play big in the world. You're welcome, Sarah. Okay. You can look at details about Shadow Gold with the link in my bio. Go to the link in my bio and click Shadow Gold. Because when a woman comes into her full power, she's a confrontation to the status quo. To answer your question, Ruth. What I just said, Jadira or Jaden. Meaning while I'm at home relaxing, while I'm playing with my niece, washing my hair, laying naked in the sun, it's out there being viral, working, collecting leads, collecting money, bringing in followers, bringing me DMs. It's out there working on my behalf. That's what I mean. Because you haven't been intentional, V. You have not been intentional. You're welcome, Lizette. You already know that, Ashton. Any questions on YouTube? You're welcome. Thank you for following, Joanne. You're welcome. Change is freedom. For those of you who are here to serve the masses, and you're going to be working with me inside Shadow Gold because you're done hiding, being exhausted, being alone, etc., and you're ready for the intimacy, because there's going to be a lot of intimacy in this work that we'll be doing together. We'll be seeing each other, working with each other twice a month on Zoom. You're going to be seeing me inside of Shadow Gold. You're going to be inside of a Facebook group where you can ask questions every week, and other women who are inside Shadow Gold. As you are doing this work and we're working intimately with each other, you are going to become so much more true and being willing to be expressed in that being true. And the more you become comfortable with being true and being seen in your authenticity, because a lot of y'all are hiding and playing small. The more you get comfortable by doing this work in Shadow Gold, by working with me, by being held accountable by me, by being encouraged by me, by being guided by me, by being loved by me, and we work together so closely for 6 months, the content that you're going to create is going to have other people feel seen. So to answer Ruth's question about how do you make us feel so seen, it's because the work that I have done, that I'm going to teach you to do inside of Shadow Gold, allows me to exist in my authenticity while being seen, versus so many of y'all are living like this. Or when you do create content, there's a mask that you're wearing when you create the content. You're not being fully true because you don't feel comfortable with being out in the world and being true and commanding lots of attention online. You got a lot of negative thoughts. Whew, that's why some of y'all so tired, because the thoughts are weighing you down and not taking you where you want to go. And so when you start being more true and being willing to be seen online and command attention and being true, the people who watch your content are going to feel seen. So that's why you feel so seen, because I'm true. I'm comfortable being true, and I'm comfortable with you seeing me, and I'm comfortable with millions of people seeing me being true. Do you want the same thing? And not just, oh yeah, I want that, but are you ready to do the work to be able to receive that? Are you willing and ready to invest the money today to become the woman who can receive that? Who can create the content and say what you really mean? Who can handle people like Mia, who gonna come in your comments and talk shit? I did a video from Colombia, and Mia was in the comments talking shit. It's been years just talking shit. Like, nobody who's making millions of dollars is going to be in your comments talking shit. Nobody who is thrilled about their life, who is changing people's lives at some of the highest levels, is going to be in your comments talking shit. Don't be like Mia. Go to naimasingletary.com/shadow work. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, go to the link in my bio, click the link in my bio, and then click Shadow Gold to sign up. In order to get what I'm giving you, and let me repeat, to work with me for 6 months starts at $25K. Starts at $25K. For this week only, when you sign up for Shadow Gold, I'm going to work with you for 6 months when you just invest in Shadow Gold and know you're not paying the $25K. Only for this week. To get that, you either pay in full at the $5K or you split your payment in half, $2,500 today and $2,500 30 days from today. And the catch is you need to allow us to track your results. I want people to see the results that you get by who you become, the content you create, what you get from the content you create, your whole becoming. So I want us to come live online. We'll see how often. It could be once a week, once a month. It won't be once a week, but maybe like once a month to track your progress so people can see what this looks like to come out of hiding, refine your danger, and start commanding attention on the world stage through your content. That's what we're doing. Who's ready for that? Thank you for that question. So, and I wanted to talk about this earlier, but I felt like it could get long, so I kept it to myself. But now that Sarah's asking it, I will talk about it. Ooh. So, how many of y'all actually? You can go look right now if you didn't already. That video went up Friday, maybe o'clock in the afternoon. The video that's going viral right now was uploaded onto TikTok last Friday at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Within 24 hours, it had over 100,000 views. Now, here 3 days, it has, I don't know, somebody, maybe one of y'all can go look at it and tell me and put it here and how many views it has now. Comments it has, how many saves it has, how many likes, how many of you read the comments? Now, if you read the comments, you can see, somebody go look and tell me, how many comments are there? How many saves and all that, right? The number of people who have felt like what I said in that video their entire lives and have never met somebody with the capacity to meet them in the power that they are. All of those people, all of those people, all of those people. It's over what? 1,000 comments? It's over 35,000 likes. It's going viral right now on TikTok. A video I uploaded on Friday. It has what? I don't over 250,000 views. All of these people who have never been seen, never been, I'm telling you, we are so blind. So here's what happened. In 2017, I saw the power. Here, let me, so many, woo-wee. We are tremendously powerful. And once you see, you can't unsee. Okay, thank you. B said it's 274,000 views, over 1,200 comments, and over 12,000 saves. Thank you. 3,200 comments? Anyway, so a lot, okay? 42,000 favorited it, 3,200 comments, right? So the point is a lot, right? Oh, you're talking about, yeah, then the other video has over 1 million views, the mother about the mother wound. Even I, after doing this work for 12 years, I've been online for 12 years helping women around the world. There's a part of me that is amazed that to this day, I have yet to meet, maybe you know the woman, have yet to meet a woman who's really working in dangerous power at a visible level. Like really bringing women out of hiding, like truly the women who feel called to come out of hiding, because not every woman wants to come out of hiding. Some women want to hide. They feel like they're best used in hiding. I can be well used in hiding as well. Okay. In 2017, I was looking for me, meaning I was looking for 2017. I was looking for a melanin dominant woman who was true on the world stage, dealing in true power, meaning sexual power, meaning that piercing cleanliness, purity of truth that's incontrovertible. Okay. Like piercing truth. Meaning the kind of truth that doesn't care about any of man's man-made laws. And knew what I knew and was talking about it and was clear and was unapologetic. And I couldn't find her. And to this day, I still haven't seen her. I'm like, I don't know. Somebody said Angela Davis. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get that from the little bit that I watched of Angela Davis. I get like the Black Power kind of thing. The Fini Shakur. I don't know. If the pussy ain't in on it, it ain't complete, as far as I know. If the pussy ain't in on it, it's incomplete. You're a woman. You have a pussy, yes or no? If the pussy ain't in on it, I'm telling you, the women are on the rise. That's why the world is doing what it's doing. The women, oh God, we have been repressed for so long, and you have to have a will of steel to show up. You got to have a will of steel. I was telling my mom, I said, I'm here because of my mind and the seed that's in me. This shit has been hard, tremendously hard, tremendously hard, tremendously hard. This is how I know I can help you do it. And it won't be, you'll have your own difficulty. I'm not saying I'm saving you and it won't be hard, but you won't hardly have to go through a lot of the time it's taken me. Certain things you won't even have to go through because you're working with me, especially for those of you who I'm actually going to work with. And we get to talk about what you're actually dealing with and help you traverse your actual, because this is nuanced work. This is hyper nuanced work, hyper nuanced work. And the last, whew, there's been so much reconciliation because, like, how many of you have felt the sadness of realizing how men don't see us? Like, when you get past the angry part, a lot of us have been angry, right? Once you get deeper down and get past anger, even get past sadness, like sadness is part of one of the things that we hit on the way down to complete reconciliation. But how many of you have felt that angry at realizing like who men actually are? And what makes it angry is because you actually were sold a different story about who they are, right? And you start to see who they really are. And the sadness, right? Then you hit after anger, then you hit the sadness about, right? There's a grieving of sorts, you know? Yeah, there's a grieving of sorts. And, then once you get down beyond grieving, there's an acceptance, right? You accept. There's an acceptance of what it is, right? Then once you accept, you're not crying anymore, you're not angry anymore, you're not sad anymore. And then you start to look at you with new eyes. Right? You accept, you look at you. Change that I'm fighting the acceptance. I know that's great, but that means you're there though. You're working on it, right? The fact that you're even fighting the acceptance tells us that you've made progress and you're in the growth. So applause for the growth, because there's always some kind of fighting, like when we having a hard time accepting what it is. I know I don't, right? Still, kudos to you. And then so then you start looking at yourself, right? After you start blaming men and all this decentering men and all that, you know, and you start looking at you then, like, okay, what have I done to get here? What am I doing? What do I want? Who am I? Where am I going? What turns me on? What do I not want? Right? And then you bring it home and then you start making new decisions, right? No matter where you are in life, whether you're married, not married, older, younger, you start deciding how you want to move. And then from there, you can make cleaner moves. Because when you start making moves because you're angry, it's not a clean move. And it's not going to be sustainable because you're going to make a move, you're going to go, but then it's going to take you somewhere that is temporary. And that everything is impermanent, but it's not going to be your best direction, right? You might go there because that's where anger took you. But if you were to give yourself permission just really hit the bottom of the experience, it would take you further than anger, further than sadness, than acceptance, reconciliation, and then you get down to the who you are. And then you start being able to peel back what true desire. And then when that starts to govern your life, that's when you become alive again and you become electric again. You see? So okay, let me go back. So so much of me getting here has me needing so badly. It really has been a desperation in many ways. Because to this day, I have not met a being. Ooh, this is wild. This is fucking wild. But the fact that I exist, this person must exist outside of me. And part of my desire is to see myself outside of myself. And I don't mean through giving birth to children. Part of my desire is to see myself outside of myself. I ran for a long time, like many of you who are hiding, who have hidden, and you have run, you have destroyed yourself. That was me. Drinking myself to sleep once upon a time, not showering for days at a time. Talked about this dark night. Um, 2019, really from the end of 2017, all of 2018, and most of 2019 was me just running, just gallivanting around the globe, mainly through Europe and then down in Bali. It was horrible. You talking about decay? I was starting physical fights with people. I started breaking out. This is what I mean. Like, I didn't want, like, how many of y'all, like, I don't want to. It's exhausting. I hate people. All the things. It's not like I just was like, all right, I'll do it. It was just that. I finally hit the point. I finally hit the spot, and you're gonna hit it in yourself, or you're out of here. I finally hit the point where I was like, Naima, you're either going or you're gonna stay here and really play the game. Because it's very black and white like that. There is no in between. Now mine was more desperate, where I was, sick, literally. I was breaking out. Like I told you, I was, oh my God, the level of woo, right? And then there's some of you who you're functioning like that, right? You're going to work, you're right, but you're checked out in many ways. When you truly are called like that, though, my experience is that you either do kill yourself, because plenty of us have. I've heard the stories, I've talked to the people. So you either kill yourself, okay, or you just are evil as fuck. Like, I'm telling you, like, I remember being in Bali, walking past this girl. She was with two men, and just on some like, I didn't even know this girl. Just like, because I wanted to fight, because I was so alone, just like many of y'all. Going to hide behind a man didn't work no more. Because prior to that, one of the ways that I would hide is I would just, men are always around. You're a woman, you're attractive, a man is always going to be around, right? Go find some man to hide behind. You just date him. Just date some guy, right? Keep yourself distracted with him doing whatever. I felt alone. It's just so I know what that looks like. And this is why I love what happened with this video, because so many of the people who are now where I was in 2019 have found the video, or who are going to be there, or who have recently gotten out of that and now they're looking. When you really have the seed in you, this is why people don't understand you. They of course they're not. They don't have the seed in them. Just get married. What are you doing? Just all you need to do is because you just get married. That'll do it. Get a job. Go. The seed don't have the seed in them. It's okay. When it's really in you, it compels you beyond your own disintegration. It compels you beyond your own disintegration. Anybody here relate to that? I'm getting a lot of yeses. I don't, but I'm happy to talk about it, AH. Actually, we're really like somebody who really feels called to do that, to do that. If you feel called to do that, I would love to mentor you in doing that because we need that. When I was a teenager, oh my God, I got convicted of mayhem when I was 16 years old. I cut a girl in the face. I was like, no. Like, I knew as a teenager that this shit these are lies, these are impositions. This is, you see what I mean? When it's in you, like so many people commented, DM me, I was born like this. I've been hiding. I was born like this. They call me the devil. My grandmother told me I was going to hell. Why niggas talking shit? Why niggas calling you a man? Why niggas calling you names? Why broads is saying whatever they saying? They don't, of course, of course. I'm telling you, the freedom is here. I have done this work to be available for those of you who are ready to now do it so you can serve your people. And it's not, you don't have to make nothing up. It's who you are. It's just turning up the volume on who you are and getting all of the dark density that's in the way of you showing up on the world stage, coming out of hiding, commanding attention, serving people, and getting really, really good with that. Because it's going to take time, which is why I'm giving you 6 months when you sign up for Shadow Gold. And again, if you cannot afford Shadow Gold, start with Heal Your Witch Wound. It's a digital product. It's in the link in my bio right now. Who's signing up for Heal Your Witch Wound today? Say me and go sign up right now. Who's signing up for Heal Your Witch Wound? Go sign up right now. Go to the link in my bio, click Heal Your Witch Wound, sign up, and come back and say, I did it. It's $197. I want to say how encouraged I feel. This has been very hard for me. Very hard. It has been very hard. I have had to rest. I'm constantly resting to restore and fortify myself, constantly. With all the work I do, I'm constantly resting, constantly, constantly. Thank you, B. We are so powerful. And when we get really good, because this is going to take time, when we really good, and again, this is going to take time. When we get really good with navigating our shadow selves and our ego selves and our true desire, because we haven't even touched the surface of where we can go. I'm just an initiator. Those of you who are younger, you're going to carry this further than me. That's what I expect. Over time, you're going to carry this further. And I'm going to play different roles and, lean back and just work at different angles, etc. But those of you who are 30 something, a lot of the women who follow me are like between 20 and 30. I mean, women of all ages, really. But Between 20 and 30, a lot of women are paying attention. Just think about how many teenagers, those of you who are 20 something and teenagers are looking at you, who don't have to go through what we went, being so angry and disconnected. And I just, when you finally accept that people really can't see you, and the people who can't see you can't see you, and the people who can. Like, you can see me, right? I can see you, you can see me, of course, because we're of likeness, right? And then there are many people who they make decisions that put them on a certain trajectory, and they're going to stay under amnesia because that's the deal they made. Shadow gold is based on what I know to be true and my own all energies process. So I have a copyrighted process called Own All Energies. I show you inside of Shadow Gold how to own all energies so you are no longer scared of yourself. The parts of you that are dangerous, the parts of you that are unacceptable, the parts of you that are undesirable, the parts of you that you have oppressed, your all that, your primal self, all the energies from your primal self to your most what you consider your bright love and light self. Inside of Shadow Gold, I help you own all energies. I help you come to terms with the lies that you tell that create your hell. I help you reconcile what you don't want people to know about you. Everything that's in the way of you playing big on the world stage. So Shadow Gold is not for those of you who just want to, I just want to, listen, for those of you who it's for, I don't even need to explain like that, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? For those of you who already know, right? Those of you who know, know. If you have any questions, go to the link in my bio, click Shadow Gold, and read the details. Your questions will be answered there. And if you have any lingering questions after you read the page, come here and answer them or put the questions in the DM. So, Heal Your Witch Wound is more of an introductory, uh, and it doesn't have my own all energies process in it. Shadow Gold has my own all energies process in it. Plus, for the rest of this year, you get access to the Shadow Gold community, which is where I am on Facebook. It's a private group where you get to come in there every week and connect with me and ask questions. Heal Your Witch Wound is DIY by yourself. There's no other contact beyond it. So Shadow Gold is, and it tells you when you go to the page and read details, it tells you this, that you get access to come and ask questions every week inside the Facebook group, that 4 times this year, we're having alchemical communion where we gather on Zoom. We've already done it once, the first quarter of this year. We're getting ready to do it again next month because it's once a quarter, where everybody who wants to, who's inside of Shadow Gold, we meet on Zoom where we get to see and hear each other, and we play alchemical games. Alchemical games is where we do a sort of hot seat, where we put attention on you and we ask you intuitive, hot questions to cut away at the parts of you that hide, to chip away at the parts of you that hide, and nuanced ways keep yourself lying and away from your power so that we break it out, break it out, break it out, break it out. So you come out more pure and clean and you're able to create content that's compelling like mine so that you create your own. So all that you get when you sign up for Shadow Gold, no matter what level you sign up at, by the way. So let's say you can only start at $650. You can sign up today and get access to Shadow Gold for $650. You just don't get the 6 months with me. Okay? You only get the 6 months when you either pay in full or you do the 2-part pay. All right. And this is what I mean. When you are, those of you who I'm talking to, money, you are money. Like, you're so convoluted up in here, but that's the whole point, to have you be convoluted. That's how this all works. And once you clear up, you're such an affront to the status. You're such a, go borrow the money for Heal Your Witch Wound, Changes Freedom. Go borrow the money. Start there, because your taboo self, meaning your repressed self, meaning the self you're not supposed to be, it's going to help you uncover that. There's also an exercise inside of Heal Your Witch Wound on how to start taking up physical space in the world. today. All right. I have stayed because you all have been asking questions and things. So thank you. Thank you for sharing and all the things. So who already got Heal Your Witch Wound? Say me. If you already bought Heal Your Witch Wound or Shadow Gold, put me. If you already got Heal Your Witch Wound, put Heal Your Witch Wound in the chat. If you already got Shadow Gold, put Shadow Gold in the chat. And I'm going to put the links in the description here on YouTube. You go up to the link in my bio. Karina, I'm surprised you asked me that. You've been around here for some months now. Your face is familiar. You go to the link in my bio. Or maybe you already know that question. You just want to say something. A lot of people saying they're going to get the money. I'll take one more question. If anybody has a burning question, please don't ask a question just because. But if you have a burning question, I'll take one more question. All right, y'all. I'm on my way out of here. Bye, YouTube.